GRUILLIONAIRES, Megamind. Here we go. Real GRUILLIONAIRES rise up. Here we go.
Gru versus Megamind.
You either die a despicable villain or live long enough to become an admirable hero.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I trust in Gru.
Like a man so evil, he cuts in line at the coffee shop and makes balloon animals for kids and then pops them in their face. What a despicable man.
The world would surely tremble at his name, Gru.
Really? Just Gru? Doesn't have some sort of stage name or like doctorate or, you know?
Felonious Gru, son of the supervillain known as the Bald Terror.
Oh man, he's so dead.
Even as a small child, Gru had big aspirations. He could make rocket bikes, cheese rays, and this dog?
And his arsenal grew even more with the help of his new best buddy, Dr. Nefario. See? Now that's a supervillain name. Come on, man.
With Nefario's help, Gru's gadgets grew gadgets. Flamethrowers, sticky fingers, fantastic entertainment for 2-year-olds, and a fully weaponized airship.
And even stole both the Eiffel Tower and the Statue of Liberty.
From Las Vegas.
Yeah, Gru was bad, but he wasn't good at being bad. A lot of his schemes kind of blew up in his face.
The line dividing genius from moron is a thin one. Just look at us.
Oh yeah, my back hurts from carrying all the genius between us.
Regardless, while Gru may not have been the infamous villain he'd hoped, he did earn the loyalty of a few guys.
Guys?
Yeah, guys. Like little guys. There's Kevin,
just an
Bob,
army
Stuart,
of little dudes.
Otto, Billy, Larry, John, Liam, Chad.
Oh, the Minions! And that's not just their role, it's the actual name of their species.
Right. The Minions have existed since the dawn of life itself, over 3 billion years ago, and they all follow one instinct: to serve the biggest, baddest, most despicable villain they can find.
T-Rexes, Count Dracula, AI artists, whatever evil they can lay their grubby little eyes on. Or
But they usually
just one
kill
eye.
them.
But finding their big boss was the easy part. Keeping them, not so much.
The amount of times the Minions have incidentally caused the death of their own bosses is staggering.
Wait, didn't one of them serve the Queen of England?
What about it?
Nothing.
The Minions witnessed Gru's villainy firsthand and decided that he would be the next big boss they follow.
It worked out like PB&J, because like Gru, these guys do machines.
The Minions invented the fly swatter centuries before humans did. They somehow crafted light bulbs and instruments while living in the Arctic.
Look at all those names,
building
Jesus
Gru's
Christ.
absolutely massive evil lair proved a simple task.
They're geniuses. They once pulled off a jailbreak by building a flying machine out of prison outfits, vans, computers, and toilets. Aisle seaters are in shambles right now.
And they're seemingly invulnerable, having been smashed flat, set on fire, and exploded by missiles even inside their own mouths. But also, they're possibly immortal? Kevin here has been around since the dawn of their species, which means Kevin is 3 billion years old.
And their numbers keep increasing. Over 10,000 minions clock into work every day.
And yet, in a real work setting, they'd be fired in minutes.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like a banana, a popsicle, a butt, or anything remotely silly to distract them enough for plans to go off course. But these guys love TikTok.
It's no wonder that, even with thousands of minions at his back, Gru still couldn't cut it as a supervillain. Maybe it was time to hang up the freeze ray for good, but not before taking a chance at his ultimate dream.
The Minions are biologically
Easier
immortal
said than done.
and
Oh, no,
functionally
really?
invincible. We've
The
never seen them
When he
properly
couldn't
harm.
get the shrink ray he needed on his own,
Surely.
Gru required a new, even more despicable weapon.
Children.
Light
Specifically adopting 3 girls. And somehow it worked. Crime of the century, here we go.
How tragic that through all the dance recitals and unicorns, Gru discovered the joys of fatherhood.
Oh, story of my life. God, I'm so proud of her. Anyway, out with the villain
Of
and
her?
in with the bedtime stories.
But even though he turned a new leaf for his daughters, Gru wasn't done commanding his minion army. Now he'd just do it as not a villain, by joining the Anti-Villain League.
The AVL hooked him up with lipstick tasers and goop grenades, mini submarines and high-tech cars, and some great date nights with the future Mrs. Gru. Things are looking up, buddy.
5 minions even underwent experimental procedures to become more powerful than before. The Mega Minions.
Tim stretches. Dave got super strength. Gus got super strength and flight. Sorry, Dave. Jerry became an indestructible brick monster who eats live bombs. He's my favorite. And Mel's new laser eye can blast through the planet and hit a satellite on the other side in less than a second.
Calculating its speed across the Earth, that's 5% the speed of light.
So, Gru's
I
true
mean,
calling
okay,
wasn't
not
being a
bad.
villain at all. He's an anti-villain. And he's good at it, too. This guy can dodge heat-seeking missiles and casually punch out a shark in one shot. All because he was in full dad mode.
But the most incredible element here is easy to miss. For billions of years, the minions have had the biological drive to serve the greatest villain they can find. And yet, despite Gru's turn away from villainy, they chose to continue serving him. The minions' love for Gru is so strong, it overwrote their primordial genetic code.
They
Okay,
still see
condition
greatness in
acquired.
him even
Hold
now.
on.
After
Wait.
all, Felonious Gru will go to the moon and back to keep his family safe. Wait, Kevin, don't touch that button!
I have faith in my
Megamind
goat.
should be up next, but there is a chance that it
Oh,
got
shit.
totally nuked by DreamWorks since they
Yeah,
did our
that's
preview last
cool.
week.
That was
Don't
cool.
worry, we have a plan.
Here we go.
What happens
Megamind.
when the villain wins?
you do when you see
On
Megamind
a
on your
grim,
phone?
dark day, the citizens of Metro
you put
City
up?
learned the horrifying answer to that question.
No, you
When their
can't.
hero, their Metro Man, was lost forever. Bested by the fearsome supervillain destined for greatness, Megamind.
Cause if your rival's name is gonna be that on the nose, you better match that energy. Their feud goes way back to when they escaped their dying planet Superman style and immediately got in each other's way.
While Metro Baby landed in a nice and cozy home, he caused the weird blue kid to crash land in prison and literally grow up behind bars. What kind of city government would make the kid stay in jail?
It
That's a
wasn't as
pretty
bad as you
messed up
think.
prison.
He was a perfect.
He got to work on his crime-starting
Plus a few
career,
incidents
facing
that you
off
see
with
about
his
those
destined rival over and over again.
And Megamind's got
And it's
everything he
5.6
needs. An
times
invisible
larger than
car
what
for
you
getaways,
said.
assuming he can find the
That's
thing.
what I
A hover bike for flying and shooting at the same time if he can multitask. Lasers, bombs, bubble
love
guns,
this.
baseball bats, jet boots, and more galore.
But his go-to is the D-gun, a laser pistol with various possible effects, such as destroying, decelerating, demoralizing, de-locking, de-gravity thing.
I wouldn't expect a guy calling himself
Pinky?
Megamind to
Oh,
have
yeah,
the best
Pinky.
name ideas, Wiz. He probably based the entire thing around his favorite setting, dehydration, which turns people and objects into tiny cubes for easy storage, though they can be returned to normal with a drop of water.
He did keep the whole mind thing running with his horde of henchmen, the Brain Bots. These
comics?
mini-mechs
Megamind
follow
has
Megamind's
comics?
every command, even pulling off the most incredible drone show you've ever seen in your life.
Which, according to the director's commentary, is made up of over 100,000 brain bots. Though, ironically, I wouldn't call his brain bots, smart. That designation goes to Megamind's proper minion, Minion!
Minion serves many roles for Megamind. Sidekick, guy in the chair, awkward
Him
sibling
technically
relationship
battle against-
despite technically
against-
being his
equally
pet.
against
The
him
best
and
fish
Penny.
friend you could have in your plans to kidnap news reporter Roxanne Ritchie to piss off Metro Man for the 19th time this week. Or for the final time. Children, shield your eyes!
He did it! Thanks to his most powerful invention of all, an orbital death ray that could shatter mountains, Metro City's hero had fallen. It was Megamind's time to rule.
And he had no idea what to do next. With Metro
Yeah,
Man
kinda just
dead,
came bullet.
what was even the point?
Clearly, he needed a new superhero to fight. And
So he
apparently,
made
he could
Titan.
just make that happen. With his diffuser gun, he injected this loser with Metro Man's DNA, turning him into Metro Man 2.0. Titan.
Megamind even trained him himself, using his disguise generator and expert acting skills. What a performer! But for all his smarts, Megamind is a terrible judge of character. When Titan turned tyrant, Metrocity needed yet another superhero to save it.
Metro
Titanville.
City. Thanks to some encouragement from an old friend, rival, who wasn't
Markiplier.
actually dead at all and just let all of this happen despite having godlike superpowers. Thanks to some encouragement from a very
Markiplier.
experienced friend, Megamind stepped up to the plate.
Hey, he had the moxie for it. Megamind's tanked explosions and dodged electric blasts. Titan was strong enough to toss around a skyscraper, and Megamind put up a solid fight with his mech armor.
A suit specifically designed to mimic the pilot's movements, whether it be lamppost sword fighting, busting a move, or being surprisingly stealthy.
And with quick thinking and some hench help, Megamind taught Titan a lesson he
Oh,
knew
no.
all too well. The bad guy always loses.
So the city
God, the
decided
original
to
movie
just
is so
forgive
good, man.
Megamind of
Holy
all
crap.
his years of terror and destruction and call him their superhero. I guess they didn't really have any better options.
Hey,
The
Megamind
first
took
movie
his
is
new
so
role
good.
as the city's
Why'd
hero
they have to ruin
seriously.
it?
He even built a suit that mimicked Metro Man's strength, flight, and X-ray vision.
Now, the D-gun is used to make runaway bad guys lose their balance and get caught. His portal bazooka is excellent for saving people from out-of-control cars.
Oh, dear.
And while the Death Ray might not have been a hero killer, it's certainly great at blowing up giant evil robots.
And Minion was all for it.
Actually, once they went nice, Minion had to legally change his name to Old Chum because of some other Minion-related thing.
What? You mean the yellow guys?
No, I mean they got a cease and desist from Mr. Minion's Meatsicles.
Sounds delicious. I'm still gonna call him Minion. You can't
What?
break up this duo.
Even as Megamind uses his tools for good, destruction still tends to be inevitable. To the point that, as the new
Unlucky.
mayor of Metro City and his new partner, Roxanne instituted a policy that anyone inconvenienced by a Megamind battle would receive a free cup of coffee. That sounds horrififically right
Wow.
for corruption.
But that's why there's so many
cup of
Starbucks
coffee.
everywhere. At least the brain bots are covering all
Wow.
the cleanup. It's a
How
messy
wholesome.
job being a superhero, but Megamind's finally found his purpose, even saving the city from the Doom Syndicate, which is like 6 of him.
Though not without some self-induced difficulty. You have an instant wind gun on your hip. Use it!
Hey, with girlfriend, sidekick, and adoring fans to keep him going, it doesn't matter
Use
what
the
sort of danger comes to
dehydration
town.
gun.
Megamind will always rise up as the defender of Metrocity.
It's
Metro
City!
Yeah, it couldn't have ended
Liz,
any other
what
way.
happened to you?
Oh, he's
You
still a
look funny.
mockable plushie. I could check the website on the
All
right.
right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all
Oh,
possibilities.
wow,
It's
that.
time for
Oh,
a
no.
death battle!
Live action Gru and Megamind. Oh, no. Here we go. I believe in Gru. My goat got this.
Minions, prep the artillery! We're not letting him get away!
Hi, peoples.
Ooh, and here I thought it was the hero who chases the bad guys! Ha!
Under what authority is Gru doing this on? Is it villain or part of the AVL? I don't know. We'll find out, I'm sure.
Minion, I'm going to need a new pair of pants.
Yes, sir. Sending you the Sunday Best package.
Sunday best.
Take this!
There goes the ship. Super big pillar. 100% pure brick. God, he's so thin. His shoulders are not nearly broad
A
enough.
dark color scheme! Strictly! Henchmen who look the same! Laser gun! A genius!
He's using too many of his
Weaponry!
gadgets at the same time.
You are suddenly a real supervillain!
Here we go. Oh, a Sonic Popsicle. What the hell?
You're just missing one thing! And what might that be? Presentation!
Okay. Kinda hot.
Assemble! And start the music!
And start the music. Oh no. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh! Check that mark in the morning. No, hey! We just fixed that! Come on, sir! Smash 'em!
The brain bots may outnumber the
hey,
minions
that's
10 to
so
1. The
cute.
brain bots are not nearly as effective as the minions. Or as durable.
You dare challenge Megamind in my own Metrocity? Do you even know who I am?
Well, life is full of disappointments.
Hey!
Banana. Oh my god. Fucking. What the hell, Angry Birds?
As you like to say, dehydration gun! If you're going to steal my lines, at least do it properly.
Oh!
Whoa!
Good God. That's the way.
Okay, thank you for the help.
That's the way I do it.
Ready? Approaching. Getting there. Almost.
Oh no.
Kinda, maybe.
Come on, Gru. I believe in you.
Yes! Fire!
I believe in Gru.
Whoa!
Oh shit.
Oh, Roxanne's gonna kill me.
Come on, Gru. It's still anyone's game. It's too early.
You guys always win! This is how it's really done! Dehydration gun!
Villain! You mean... Oh, wait a minute. This is all
shit.
a big misunderstanding.
The fuck? That's too early, right? Disintegrate.
Oh, work is going to kill me for this.
Oh shit! Okay.
That's 2 for Gru, 0 for Will
Wow,
Ferrell.
alright.
With so many chaotic
That's my
factors
goat.
in this
I
fight,
did not
it can
think it
get
was gonna end that
overwhelming trying to
suddenly.
keep track
Wow.
of them all.
So we'll
Wow,
break it
okay.
down 3 ways.
That's my
Arsenal,
goat.
minions, and skill.
What the hell?
In terms of weapon versatility,
I didn't see it ending that suddenly. Wow.
The D-gun alone
That's my
had
goat,
enough
though.
effects to
That's my
match what
goat.
Gru could do with nearly his whole kit. Throw in disguise generators, invisible cars, portal bazookas, and it's a lot for Gru to handle.
Just one problem. Megamind might have had variety, but Gru's
I had
weaponry
it.
was far stronger in
Oh,
scope.
still,
Sure,
nervous there for a
Megamind's
sec.
death ray could blow up a mountain, but Gru's shrink ray could take out
The moon.
And is much easier to use on top of it. Frankly, much of Megamind's deadliest weaponry would have little effect anyway.
Check this out. When Gru first tried to get the shrink ray, he triggered a missile trap so explosive it created a mushroom cloud. Based on the size of the blast, that's about 4 kilotons of TNT, and all those missiles fired at him from
Point blank.
range.
Shockingly, that's about 38 times greater than
What?
Megamind's orbital
He could just
death ray.
tank
And
the
Gru
death
kinda
ray?
just walked it off. Megamind's mecha suit could take big hits like that, but Megamind himself
Cannot.
So Megamind would have a
Holy
hard time
shit.
blowing him up, but
That's
he can
my
still
goat.
dehydrate him, disintegrate him, freeze him, or even just turn off his gravity
Truing.
and send him flying into space, right?
Sure, though Gru does have some similar weaponry. As far as Arsenal is concerned, Gru could take out Megamind through sheer firepower, but Megamind could potentially counter with the D-gun's effects.
Okay.
It's a whoever shoots first wins situation. Their arsenals match up fairly
Yeah, it's a
evenly.
draw.
But
Alright,
these
you got
guys
it,
are
you got
alone.
it.
Let's cover Gru's minions and Megamind's minions.
1-to-1, one of Gru's minions was certainly more likely to take out a brainbot. Sure,
Oh, God,
minions
yeah.
may have the attention span of an iPad kid, but they can effortlessly hack,
True.
dismantle, and rewire most machines, like, you know, Megamind's brainbots.
And they just won't die.
Nope.
Certainly nothing the brainbots have can take them out. For all we know, the minions may be completely indestructible.
To be fair,
They've survived
maybe
pretty much
one
anything.
brainbot doesn't stand a chance against one minion, but there are far more brainbots than minions in total.
10 to 1.
10 times more. And the brainbots are a much more organized and focused unit.
Compared to the vanilla minions, maybe. But the mega minions are strong enough to rip and chomp through metal like wet paper.
Yep,
Mel's got
yep.
a history of destroying satellites with a laser beam strong enough to cut through the earth. So it's
That
bye-bye
would have
death
no
ray.
But
problem.
we can't ignore the most competent minion of them
Tearing
all.
through brainbot
Minion,
by the whole
or
of-
Megamind's minion.
Old chum.
He's way more competent than Dr. Navario. Can operate
Really?
all the tech like the mech suit used to fight Titan, and can match Megamind's brains and style beat for beat. Remember that whole presentation bit in the movie? Yeah, that wasn't Megamind, that was Minion.
While Megamind's army lacks the power of, say, the Mega Minions, having a second in command who's just as smart and capable as him makes up for it, making a battle of their underlings too close to call.
Really?
If neither
Wow.
of them has a clear edge in weaponry
That's
or
crazy.
their henchmen, what matters most isn't the tools themselves, but how good or bad they are at using them. It all comes down to skill.
Both Gru and Megamind have their share of less than genius moments and bad luck. But even in the face of things gone wrong, Gru tends to fail upwards, still ultimately completing his missions. Unlike Megamind, who tends to fail much harder before he learns how to succeed.
And we love him for it. It's not like Gru has has to put up with Elvis Superman, but even during their villain
Markiplier,
phases,
you mean?
Gru found some success, unlike Megamind.
Yeah.
Also has a bad habit of not using his weapon effectively. Like never using the D-gun against the Doom Syndicate. Either because he can get easily flustered, or he just loves showing off. So it's more likely Gru could succeed in a whoever shoots first wins quick draw situation with their arsenals.
Quick Draw is right. Megamind dodge an electric blast is impressive, clocking in around half the speed of sound.
But it pales in comparison to Gru piloting
Hello, sir.
hypersonic ships into space and dodging heat-seeking missiles at Mach 10, meaning he is fast enough to win that quick draw. Gru takes skill.
Damn, that's
which
my god. I
finally
did not
tips
think
the
it would go like that.
scales.
That
After a
ended
nail-biting back
way
and
more
forth,
stunner than
he
I thought
has
it
just
would.
enough to land the winning
Wow.
blow first, more often than not.
Sorry, Megamind. I think you losing was a atrocity.
It's Metros. Atros. The winner is Felonious Gru.
That's my goat!
Next time
Oh, I'm
on
actually
Death
so
Battle.
scared. What's next? Oh, great heavens. Oh no. Oh, for the love of God. For
Subscribe
God's
and join
sake.
as a member to see more Death Battles.
We just had a
Thanks for
Chainsaw
watching.
Man episode. What are you talking about? No. Where am I? What is this? Ava? What the hell am I looking at? The worst Star Wars aliens? And who is Nightly Brew? Shut up. We just had a Chainsaw Man episode. We just had one of these. Oh, Nightly Brew is them, that's right. We just had one of these. We just had Bakugo vs. What the hell? We just had a My Hero, not My Hero, Chainsaw Man episode.
Why are we getting two Chainsaw Man episodes almost back to back?
What are we doing here? Why are we getting two back to back? That's crazy. Okay, I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't know how to feel about that. That has me very conflicted. I like both series. I like both of these characters. I like both series. I've not watched the Reze movie or season 3 of JJK. I'll get to it. Sorry. But I don't know how to feel about this. It makes sense. I do believe both mangas have just ended. So, sure. It's not like there's a chance for anything that could come out a year from now that would put one above the other and change the outcome. So, sure. Fine. Both series are kind of at their peak of popularity. The mangas have just wrapped up, I believe, I think. I know the Chainsaw Man, Chainsaw Man has ended.
That was a bad ending. God, that was ooh. I'm glad I don't read manga because I would have probably tracked down the mangaka and pulped him.
Has JJK ended? What is that Modulo? Modulo? What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that a sequel? Or like an epilogue thing? I don't know what that is. JJK Modulo, Melatonin. I don't know what it is. But I think it's like a conclusion. I don't know. I don't care. Point is, I don't know how to feel about this. I'm rooting for Yuji, I think? I think? I mean, JJK tends to just be more impressive generally than Chainsaw Man is. So... Sorry, Denji? Also, wow, Chainsaw Man's really about to be 0 for 3. That's crazy. At first, honestly, I thought it was going to be Sukuna versus Demon King Piccolo. Which, in that case, that's an easy DKP dub. Right? That is a free as can be DKP dub. I just wasn't expecting another Chainsaw Man episode. We all knew this was happening, eventually. But right after Reze? Is this the closest the same series has appeared back in episodes? Like, is this the least amount of time? No, Marvel and DC have probably had back-to-back episodes in the past. This is probably up there. I guarantee there have been Marvel and DC episodes that have happened back-to-back. But this is up there. This is up there. This is definitely close to the shortest amount of time between a series having 2 appearances. That's crazy. Rooting Denji, betting Denji.
GOAT Gru won. I knew he could. Never doubted him for a second. I was a little nervous after the Megamind preview. Megamind rules and versus the Doom Syndicate, as garbage as they are, do give Megamind quite a lot of impressive stuff, but unfortunately, Felonious Gru is just goated with it. He can't be stopped. And now it's time for Chainsaw Man to take its third L. Second one at the hands of a JJK character. That is very funny. If unfortunate and weird, this really should have been Sukuna vs. Demon King Piccolo, but I'll throw my hands up and say whatever. No one cares about OG Dragon Ball, fine. Whatever. It's not a very popular matchup because no one remembers Demon King Piccolo, fine. I can live with that, I guess. I still hope we get Sukuna vs. DKP in the future. That'd be nice. Yuji's got this though. I'm pretty sure Denji is like beyond fucked. Absolutely fucked. I'm pretty sure.